What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Puma Plow. How's everybody doing? And thank you all very much for clicking on another On the Farm video. This time, guys, corn harvest part 2, kind of in a way. This time involving a case combine and a Magnum on the auger wagon. I know John Deere is very popular, but this right here is one of 3 people that we know of that have case combines in our local area, and we happen to go find them out in the field. You can see here he is just finishing off his end rows, and they really had just gotten started on this field basically, and just getting their cracked open basically. So this is our neighbor. We're somewhere near the farm. I'm not going to tell you where, obviously, but somewhere near the farm. So that's all you guys need to know. And actually, these guys haul with straight trucks, so it's like a dump truck style instead of using a semi truck like a lot of people use. They use the straight truck still. They running 2 of them this day, but they have 3 of them actually. If they're farther away from their homestead, then they would have to run another 1 or 2, or another 1, I guess I should say, to have the capacity to keep up with the combine, because of course, generally speaking, the combine does not stop. This is a rare sight here, and it's just because he would not have made it all the way down and back to get to the auger wagon. So he's gonna go ahead and unload right into the truck. You can see he's got a rider with him. That's the cool thing about farming in general, and it's very family oriented. You always have somebody else riding and hanging out, and the younger generation, always got somebody riding along with you. So here we are out harvesting. You can see here the corn's pretty decent. The bubble up auger there is really chugging. And it was interesting. You could watch. There's a sandy spot through this field here, and the bubble up auger would barely have anything coming out. Then he'd get in the good car, and it would just go again, like it's going there pretty good. So this is a 7230 case combine, guys. Case combine 7230. It's a pretty good size combine. I mean, it's not the biggest thing Case makes. I think that's the 90 series, isn't it? Pretty sure based off Farm Sim. But pretty good size combine. 8-row head. They do not have the choppers on there, but they've done a lot of work to their head, their corn head this year, and it's mowing the stalks off a lot better than in past years. So they were telling Dad some of the work they've been doing to it, but seems to be working pretty good for them. So I think they were pretty happy with it. So here you can see there's actually a ditch that runs through the field, and right there's a little sandy spot where the corn died out. Other than that, this field looked like it was in pretty good shape. Pretty good yield off this field. I don't know what it yielded. We didn't actually talk to the guy in the combine when we were out there, so I'm not totally sure what this field yielded here. But I will tell you guys, if you've been following the On the Farm series, which, hey, I appreciate it, thank you, the patch of corn over at the neighbors that I filmed a couple times with all those weeds and the dead spots, the super sandy soil, that did not yield very well. It was pretty bad. So, not gonna, I could tell you. I don't know. I won't. I'll keep it a secret. I don't know why, but I'll keep it a secret. It did not yield too much. So, that is unfortunate, but sometimes when you have super dry conditions like we had this summer, it happens. It was dry and it was really hot, and any of the little sandy spots really definitely showed up this year and just burned it right off. So that is what most of that field was. That was very sandy and whatnot. But this field here looks pretty good. This is some better dirt. I guess you could say, definitely some better dirt here. Not making too much dust. The corn was fairly dry. They were running it through their dryer, but only taking out a couple percentage points of moisture. So not too bad. Here you can see the auger wagon is awaiting. This auger wagon's a little different. It actually has dual wheels hiding underneath there, and they're not lined up. The second set, the inner set, sets farther back than the outer set. And this auger wagon actually has a scale system built in, so they can weigh the corn as they're going here. I'm not totally sure if they actually use it during harvest. Like, how much are they putting into a truck? I'm not sure if they care about that or not. Because I think they weigh all the trucks when they take them to the farm anyway. So, yeah, I don't think it really matters. You can see them bouncing through the ditch there. Ditches have become more of a thing. Back when Dad was farming, growing up, they didn't really ever have ditches around. But now drainage has become a big issue down here. And there you can see that bubble up auger barely putting anything out. And then watch here in a second, it'll start chugging again. But people have really been starting to put more ditches in their fields the past few years down by the farm, and seems to be working. So you can see it's getting a little bit better on the bubble up. Still not a ton of corn, but you can see he is moving right along in the field here, and just making the corn disappear, just making it disappear. So it is pretty awesome here. How that corn just disappears. It's just that simple. And now that he's, doing rounds on the field back and forth here, the combine never stops. Just flat out doesn't stop. There's no reason for the combine to stop because you have the auger wagon. So you can see it is an 8-row head. That's about the biggest head they run around here. I don't think anybody runs a 12 or a 16. Around here. It seems like it's 8-row heads for pretty much everybody around these parts here. You can see some trucks off in the distance there. I'm standing back there by that red truck. And, we need to get out of that dust cloud a little bit. I would really prefer not to take the drone too far into the dust cloud, if at all possible. But you can see there's a little bit of breeze here, and getting that dust to go away from my drone here. So I just have to play it smart and stay out of the dust a little bit. Now, you can probably also tell that it was getting late in the day. There's quite a shadow on the combine here. It was kind of the last thing we did this day was go find this combine. We knew where they were harvesting, and so we went and spied on them a little bit. But we were talking to the truck drivers too. So my dad's been buddies with these guys for a long time. He grew up with the older generation here, and went to school with them and everything. So he's known them forever, and they are cool with it. And actually, shout out to Zach if you're watching, buddy. This is his family's farm as well. Family farmers here, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And you can see right here that bubble auger is really chugging now, putting the corn out. And so it's a lot better spot right through here. So seems like most of the field was pretty good. Of course, you're going to have your sandy spots, your burnt off spots, but it seems like it was pretty good in general. So hopefully, guys, this is not the last of the corn harvesting videos. Hopefully there will be more. We are waiting for the guys who harvest our corn to come down in the area. We think they have about 500-600 acres of corn kind of right down around the farm down there to harvest. So they should be down there for at least a couple days, right? And then they're farming back towards town right now is what's going on. And actually, everybody's shut down as of recording this audio track here because we've had a couple days of rain now. So everybody's going to be shut down. Corn harvest is going to be put on the back burner for a while, which, it could be a good thing because maybe you have a few minor issues with your combine that you just didn't want to take the time to fix. Words are hard. Sorry. Maybe you have a few small issues with your combine you just didn't want to take the time to fix, or with your auger wagon. Well, being shut down with the rain, you have nothing else to do, so you might as well, address some issues or, whatever. Do some tweaking, all that kind of stuff. Figure it out. So, and apparently that water up there is a duck lake. They have it dammed up on purpose to attract some ducks, and they go in there and do some hunting, I guess. We didn't actually know that was there. We've never been on this piece of property. Even Dad, growing up not too far from this piece of property here, never been on this property before. So he was amazed at some of the stuff that we were seeing over there. So it was kind of interesting. So you can see that grain tank's not like full on the combine there, but he would not be able to make 2 full rounds with the, harvesting without running over. So he would be blowing corn everywhere basically if he kept going. So the auger wagon will be here in a second, and actually right here somewhere you can see the passenger in the combine must have noticed the drone. Here in a second, there he is. He pointed at it and he's looking at it now. Which is pretty funny. Pretty funny. So yeah, happened to see the drone. So yeah, and actually I want to get some nighttime harvesting video. I think that'd be really cool with all the bright lights that combines have and auger wagons have and tractors and whatnot. I think that would be really cool. You can see on the front of that Magnum over there, I think that's a 340 Magnum, Case Magnum 340, I do believe is what that tractor is. But you can see the grill on there is covered. That's just the stuff that's floating around in the air when you harvest corn. It's no big deal. We talked to the farmer and he said that it is just fine. It's not overheating or anything like that. That tractor is barely under any kind of load. That is a really big tractor actually. For the grain cart, so they might as well, that, like you can see, they don't have any front weights on. They just don't need them. They've got all the traction they need with all the tires. This is their planting tractor. This is the tractor that we saw out planting in the spring, planting soybeans, that we filmed. This is those same farmers, and they said they just don't need the extra front weight or anything, and they never fill the auger wagon completely full. There's just no reason to. So they don't ever run it completely full. And you can see here at the bottom of the screen, just there for a second, there's another truck that has arrived. And the combine's going to go ahead and empty out here and get cranking back up. But as you can kind of tell, they're fairly short rows in here. So it's lots of turning, lots of turning, lots of turning. You're always turning, it seems. So here we go. We're going to fill up, or he's going to fill up. I'm not involved. I'm just filming it. Going to go ahead and fill up the green truck here. It is an old Chevy, I do believe it is. Old Chevy truck, and that one sitting there to the left, the red one, is an old Ford. So start the Ford versus Chevy hate, I guess, in the comments, because I know it's going to happen, even though I don't understand it. So please don't too much. But yeah, this Magnum has GPS, of course, because they play it with it. I don't think they use it for any tillage. They have a Case quad track. Hopefully this fall I can get that quad track out, doing some tillage work. Hopefully we can find them and do some filming of that. That should be really, really cool to get up close to that quad track, with the drone. I think that'll be really neat. But yeah, here he goes. He's going to top that truck off. Like I said, he never runs the auger wagon full because there's just no reason to. When you have two trucks sitting right there, take a second, empty out. It's no big deal. So I don't think he quite has the gate open all the way in the auger wagon. There's like a gate down at the bottom to control how much flow you have going up the auger, because the truck's almost full and you don't want to overflow it. That would be not good. So any curdle and corn you spill is one less cent going in your pocket, basically. So with the price of corn what it is, which is very bad this year, you need every kernel basically to try to make any money here. So truck drivers coming over, going to go ahead and take that truck and empty it into their holding bin so it can be dried and then put into storage, and they will sell it over the winter. They haul it down to St. Louis, where it gets put onto a barge and sent down the Mississippi River, somewhere down yonder. So here we go. He's got this bad boy opened up, cranked up, wide open now. Go ahead and get this auger wagon emptied out and fill this truck. This truck is a little smaller than the green one as well. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I appreciate the farmers for letting me film this. This is quite awesome of them. It seems like they were all cool about it. We talked to a couple of them. Like I said, they're Zach's family, and I know Zach has been talking to him a little bit too. So thank you guys so much for watching another On the Farm. I do appreciate it. Hit that like button for more. Subscribe if you have not already done so. And until next week, thanks for watching, and toodles.